Okay. What's up, everybody? Good evening. Wait a second. Got to move that over. There it is. What's up, everybody? Good evening and welcome to Nightcap with Scone, a show that was born out of COVID when wasn't nobody doing nothing but sitting around and having a few pours. So we figured, what the hey? Let's fire up a live stream, have a pour, and answer questions so there ain't no more questions to answer. And after a long hiatus, we are back. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you how special this is. Tell you how special tonight is. And we are presented, of course, by Parish Construction and Roofing. Parishbuilt.com, parishbuilt.com. Got that website pinned in the chat, by the way. Get you that roof inspection. But tell you how special this is. I haven't even, my glass is empty. My glass is empty. My Glencairn has not been filled, and I have a full shelf of goodies back here. And I hate to even show you all this, but I'm going to show you all this. Since the last time we did Nightcap, I have redesigned the office. And I hate to even show you all this, but I'm going to show you something. Something you probably haven't seen before. All right? We move this out of the way. We move this out of the way. Move this out of the way. I'm going to show y'all something y'all ain't even seen before. That's how special tonight is. You know your boy's got reserves, huh? You better believe it. Your boy has got flipping reserves. I don't even know if y'all know what's down here, but my goodness, your boy's loaded up. So here's my question for you. I haven't even poured my pour yet for Nightcap. I'm going to let you decide for me. So we got a ton up here. I got Boss Hogs. I got the Willett 7-year rye. I got Kentucky Owl 11-year. I got William LaRue Weller. I got Rip 10. I got my Parker's Heritage Double Barrel. I got a Thomas Handy. I got Four Roses LEs. I got all the Wellers. I got Old Fitz. I got the Mash Bill 2s. I got everything. I got Coy Hill. Y'all decide. What am I pouring tonight? Tiger Diver is the first one I saw. Said Rip 10. Jason H. said go top shelf. Here we go. No Fan Forever said Rip 10. Rip 10. We got a lot of Rip 10 votes. Merrick Mathern, Rip 10. Now, Matt French said Parker's Heritage Double Barrel. And Matt, you know this well enough. That was one of the best scores I had 2 years, not this most recent season, but 2 hunting seasons ago. And it was awesome. I'm feeling maybe the Rip 10. I look some Weller 107. Alex Day said Old Elk. Lagavulin. Taylor. I'm not a Scotch guy, so I don't even have Scotch here. Uncle Houdat. Brian said Rip 10. Uncle Houdat said Double Barrel. Ryan Pitchford wants the CYPB. Look at that. I love it. Look at Ryan DeLon. Look at my guy. What a night for the return of Nightcap. I love it. Jay, do you have any plans? I have every Blanton's you can imagine, Jay. Straight from the barrel. I got the red label, the Japanese. I got them all. Whatever you want. Bust open the best stuff you had. Finally landed a DT and Suggs. Okay. I will talk about that. LSU landed JVR Suggs. I do have some insight into that we'll get into. Saints schedule release. I want to talk about that. LSU Ole Miss game 1 tomorrow. But I wanted to say something real quick. Let me go get my bottle. I'm gonna go Rip 10. Look, now y'all go look. Tim said E.H. Taylor barrel proof, which I got plenty of that. I got 2 of those. George said Basil Hayden. I'm not gonna lie to you, Roy. George, we're gonna go much higher than Basil Hayden tonight. Trey Fisher, what's good, my guy? That's Deputy Trey Fisher. Awesome, dude. Insured big. Don't drink and roof. No worries, man. We won't. Speaking of roofing, did I mention Parish Construction and Roofing? Parishbuilt.com for that free no obligation roofing inspection. Parishbuilt.com. Mark Allen, I like this idea. Mark Allen said you need to make an old fashioned one night. I'll do that one night. And Alex Day said, is landing a Grand Valley defensive tackle really something to celebrate? We'll get into that. All right, hang on. Let me do this. It's only right. Let's go Rip 10. Let's go top shelf. You know, I mean, it might have been the last time I saw you guys here. it might have been the last time I saw you that we were celebrating an LSU baseball national championship. Jumped in the pool. It was a grand night. Had an awesome time. We were all celebrating and thrilled to be doing so. Of course, whiskey and wine, but that's on the 104.5 ESPN channel. Look at my dude who just jumped in. What up, Jeff? Good to see you, my dude. Hope you're doing awesome. This might be the first time since the last time that we've done this. And the last time, you might recall, I polished off my Van Winkle Lot B, my 12-year Lot B. Drank it straight out the bottle, celebrating a natty, and I was fired up to do it. Well, you know what? I want to say something real quick. I'm gonna take a shot from the bottle real quick. Do a dram from the bottle real quick. But I want to say something real quick before I get into all the comments. And if you're new, thank you for being there. Smash the like button, subscribe up to the channel, Facebook, like the Matt Scone page, share the post. Thought about doing this tonight. I don't know why I thought of it tonight. We started, for those who don't know, we started Nightcap during COVID. As I opened it, nobody doing nothing. So we just fire up a live stream and talk because nobody doing nothing. And when COVID sort of ended, people were like, hey, man, keep doing Nightcap. And so it did. And the only reason Nightcap stopped was because T-Bob and I started doing Scone and Tea on location. And that was Wednesday, and it sort of took the place of this show. Well, when Scone and Tea stopped, I never resumed Nightcap. I don't really have a great reason why. I just didn't. And tonight I felt like this was a good opportunity to do it. And I sent out a text on the show text line. A lot of you probably got it. And I said, hey, I'm thinking about doing Nightcap. Who's in? And man, I got thousands of people on that text line, y'all. And the thing exploded. And I replied to as many of you as I possibly could. And I just want you to know, as I was sitting there replying to everybody, how energized, how jazzed I was to see so many names that I haven't seen in so long since we did this so regularly, because I tell you this all the time, man. I know that with the content that I produce, and I'm the guy sitting with a microphone talking, and a lot of you say that I'm part of your day. Well, the truth is, and this is not corny, it's not BS, it's honest. Y'all are part of my day. And to see so many names here, Jerry DeLucky and Alex Day and Rocky Killian and Cliff Nelson and Joseph Lee and Matt French and Gerald Mathern and Aaron Hornsby, so many of y'all I've met, and we become friends. And y'all are part of my life, man. And I'm so, so grateful, because the bottom line is I get to do an awesome thing and make a living to support my family. I get to talk about sports and meet good people and give opinions. And the bottom line is there's not a single person, man. There's not a single person that has to spend any time listening to anything I do. None of you are obligated. You got a million options, but you choose to hang out here whenever I do silly stuff like this, or you come here for AFR in the afternoons, or Scone and Tea, or whiskey and wine, or whatever it is. I just want you to know, man, how grateful I am for all of you. Sincerely, like no BS. The reason that I get to do what I do for a living, the reason I get to provide a great life for my family, is because y'all listen and y'all watch. And because y'all listen and watch, my commitment to you is to always be honest. And when I bring sponsors on here, I'm going to bring on great sponsors, people that are going to treat you right and give a great product and all that stuff. And we have this symbiotic relationship going. Y'all supported my people, and I'm so grateful for it. So to everybody, cheers. Welcome back, Nightcap. Smash the like button. Drink whatever you got in front of you. Let's do a rip 10 out the bottle. So I'm not joshing you here. Y'all can see it, yeah? Last time I'll do that. Until the next time LSU baseball wins a natty. Let me get you a full pour here. There's a lot of people that like to crap on the Van Winkles. I'm not one of them. A lot of people like to say Van Winkles are all, the Van Winkles are all sizzle and no steak. It's all the marketing part of it and everything. By the way, I'm telling y'all, I have completely converted to Evermore. This is all I drink now. I knew nothing about them until they wanted to advertise. I'm going to come to y'all's questions and comments. We're going to start talking about the Saints schedule and getting JVR Suggs and all that. Knew nothing about these people until they wanted to advertise, went to their facility, met them. They're awesome. This is a hydrogen water bottle. It adds hydrogen ions to the water. Pretty cool. So anyway, so I got Evermore and I'm adding hydrogen ions to it. So I'll make sure I stay hydrated after this. So cheers, everybody. Whatever you got in your glass, raise your glass. Cheers. And if you would also join me in a toast to my partners and our new venture here with Parish Construction and Roofing. I'm happy to tell y'all all about it because I know a lot of people are wondering why we're not HUDCO anymore. And I'll tell you, for anybody who cares, I'll tell y'all honestly what y'all need to know. But bottom line is, man, we're thrilled to be Parish Construction and Roofing. I'm thrilled to have the partners I do, and I'm thrilled to be here with all y'all. So cheers. Okay. All right. I love this, dude. And by the way, first time we've done Nightcap with the new setup. I mean, I can pull your comments up on the screen. By the way, everybody who used to be like, hey, man, you never pay attention to Facebook because I'd be so on YouTube and then I'd switch over. How about this? Gerald Mathern, there you are, Facebook. Next comment, Divine Bloodwind. It's because you're so knowledgeable, informative, and bold toast. Thank you, man. That's awesome. I love you so much. Thank you. Sincerely. Brad David, thoughts on Netflix getting into streaming NFL games? Brad, I think is brilliant. Hang on. I'm going to close these doors real quick. Like, let's be honest, man. Like, from a business standpoint, Netflix doesn't care about streaming the NFL, just like Amazon doesn't care about streaming the NFL on Thursday Night Football. It's probably a loss leader. Like, they're probably not going to make money. The amount of money they have to pay for those rights, they probably can't make up in the advertising they sell. But what they're hoping to do is sell subscriptions to Netflix or Amazon. Like Amazon have you buy their soap and all that stuff, and Netflix that you come back and it's like the Tom Brady roast. It's like the Tyson fight. The Tyson Jake Paul fight is on Netflix. Well, why? Because they want people to buy a Netflix subscription and then get a recurring buy that they never leave. Okay. Let's see. Tiger Creek Outdoors, which streaming program are you using? This is called StreamYard, is what I use. And so it allows me to go from one streaming software and stream to as many platforms as I want. I'm just streaming to YouTube and Facebook right now. But I could go to LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, name it, Twitch, all of them. I mean, any social platform I can stream there. All right. All right, Brian Jones said, let's talk about the DT we got today. What's your take? Was it better to save the scholarship coach of our current guys? So LSU lands JVR Suggs. I will tell you this. I had a conversation earlier this week. I guess it would have been Monday. And it is very clear to me that the decision to take JVR Suggs was not unanimous on the staff. JVR Suggs, if you're not familiar, Division II defensive lineman from Grand Valley State. And, you know, he had some big time interest. USC, Florida State, Arkansas. His Final Four ended up being LSU, Michigan, Wisconsin, Kentucky. So he had big time offers now. And listen, we saw last year, look, we've seen guys from Division II. Jared Verse is the best example. Jared Verse was at Albany in Division II, transfers to Florida State, was a freak show, or became first round pick. So it happens. And maybe that'll happen with JVR Suggs. But what I will tell you definitively is that this was not a unanimous take by the staff. Everybody on the staff wasn't like, absolutely got to go get this guy. I think the head coach was bullish on him, and ultimately the head coach is going to get what the head coach wants. But I need to look at the numbers because I can't remember if the addition of Suggs puts LSU at 83 or 84. Someone asked, should they have saved the scholarship for someone else? I don't know that it's necessarily even that. Huge erection. I got it. Reading Suggs is a guy Brian Kelly wanted. Yes, flatly. Yes. Kelly was the guy to push for. Joseph, I'm gonna come to this. I promise. Top 3 whiskeys for a newbie. I'm gonna come to this. I promise. All right, I'm gonna hold my fingers up. Sorry, remember y'all. If I forget that, y'all bring me back to it. But here's the thing with JVR Suggs. Right about 300 pounds. Obviously Kelly and his son have connections with Grand Valley.
I guess you could argue there's nothing wrong with adding depth at a position of need. And I might agree with that. But like last year, let's look at cornerback. Last year, LSU needed bodies at cornerback. Okay. Like they desperately needed bodies. So they signed 4 cornerbacks out of the portal: Deuce Chestnut, Denver Harris, J.K. Johnson, Zy Alexander. Plus, you added Jeremiah Hughes, Javen Toviano, Ashton Stamps, and you moved Sage Ryan to corner. They were desperate for bodies. So it was like, anybody, y'all come on. Come on. Look at Cliff. Never knew how much I miss Scone after dark. Ryan Dixon, William LaRue is the best bottle up there. What you don't see, Ryan? Wait, hang on, Ryan. Let me show you an optical illusion. William LaRue are the best bottles up there. I scored not 1 but 2 William LaRue's in raffles this year. Talk about getting lucky. I got lucky this year for sure. And I was okay. I don't think defensive tackle, I don't think you needed a body. I don't think you needed to add someone just to add someone. I feel I'm giving you an opinion. This is not what I know. This is an opinion. My opinion is I think Brian Kelly, because at the end of spring, when he said, we'd only be after a defensive tackle, I think he felt backed into a corner like he had to take a defensive tackle. That's my opinion. I don't know that for a fact. That's my opinion. And only he would know that internally. But I can tell you, man, they're high on Jacoby and Guillory coming out of spring. You add Gio Paizo. I'm going to tell you what, man, I may be proven dead wrong, but I'm excited about Gio Paizo from Wisconsin. That's a dude going into year 6. You know what I loved about him? If y'all missed his interview on AFR, this is a kid coming from Wisconsin. Eldridge got to see him then in the bowl game, right? Gio Paizo told me on AFR, he goes, man, I came down. He even cursed a couple times on the interview. You can tell that dude's got edge, number one. But that's a dude who was like, man, I didn't take any pictures. I didn't put on a uniform. I wasn't there for that. I got 1 year to make hay and get to the league, and I'm trying to find the best place for me. And he was at Wisconsin, and they were running him as a 3-4 end in a 3-4 defense. And, brother, I'm going to tell you, when you're a 4-3 interior tackle trying to bust gaps and rush the quarterback, I mean, all a 3-4 end does is eat up double teams and allow your athletic linebackers the freedom to roam and make plays. And that's all he was doing in Wisconsin. That's why his stats, he ain't got no stats. But he's coming here for an opportunity to say, put me in the gap, let me go blow stuff up and make plays. And I got 1 year to do it. 6 year in college, let's roll. I love that. I love the fact that he ain't trying to take, you know who else didn't do the photo shoot when he came for his transfer visit and all that stuff, who wasn't interested in any of the fanfare, who only wanted to sit in the film room and talk ball? Joe Burrow. I'm not telling you Gio Paizo is Joe Burrow. Please don't misunderstand me. What I'm telling you is there's a different attitude with some guys. So I think they took Suggs to take a body. And I don't know that he makes a lick of difference on this team. I hope he's an All-American. I hope he's Braden Fisk 2.0. That'd be freaking phenomenal. I just don't know that I believe that. All right. Somebody asked, and forgive me, there it is. It was Joseph who said top 3 whiskeys to buy for a newbie. I'll give you 3, Joseph. I'll give you 3 very different ones. And remember, whiskey is the category, and there are different types of whiskeys. There's bourbon, there's Tennessee whiskey, there's Scotch whiskey, there's rye whiskey, there's Irish whiskey. There's a lot of different whiskeys, okay? So I'm going to give you 3 very affordable whiskeys that are very different, that are that'll give you a good, diverse taste, that are all really cheap, okay? Number 1, I'm going to tell you Elijah Craig Small Batch. This will run you $25, $27. Elijah Craig Small Batch. That's going to be a full 94 proof, full bold flavor, great whiskey for $25. I'm going to give you Basil Hayden, which somebody mentioned here a bit ago. Basil Hayden is milder. It is flavorful, but it's not going to be nearly as bold. It's going to be almost like drinking a light beer. and that might meet your sensibilities where you want to start. And number 3, I'm going to tell you is Sazerac rye. Rye is a form of whiskey, and I love rye. Rye tends to be spicier due to its mash bill. And Sazerac rye, you can go to Rouse's and buy Sazerac rye for $19.99. And it is a great bottle. You can drink it neat. You can drink it on the rocks. You can mix it in the cocktail. It's a versatile spirit. I love it. So get you some Sazerac rye as your third one. Look at my guy. Look at Nyquilus back up in here. You love to see it. Hal Jubin, tomorrow's okay. Friday's the day they're not going to play. Oh, talking about weather. All right, here we go. Jerry G, what's good? Ryan McGregor Chandler. Hey, man, Ryan, I'm going to tell you this much. Ring rust is a real thing. McGregor having not been in there since he, wrapped his leg in half. Look, Conor's a great striker, as great a striker as the UFC has seen. But I think Chandler's a better all-around fighter. And if that thing gets out of round 1, Chandler's going to win that fight. Conor's chance is going to be to land one early and put him down. But I'll tell you, man, the one I'm more interested in, y'all, the Diamond, bro. The Diamond. Dustin Poirier against Makhachev. By the way, if you're not familiar, June 1 is the fight. We firmed up the deets today. Your boy's going to be at the sportsbook at L'Auberge with our friends from Mockler. So if you don't know, Dustin Poirier is he's a Bud Light endorser, Bud Light official beer of the UFC, Bud Light official beer of AFR. So we all collaborated to put together a really cool giveaway. So we're going to have 8 winners. We're going to do it on AFR, by the way. We're going to have 8 winners. Each winner gets a +2. So 24 people. You'll get free food, so buffet of food, free Bud Light the whole night. And it'll start at 7 with the ESPN2 undercard all the way through the main event. And they have 3 bar top tables that can seat 8 each. So that's the 24 people right in front of the big screen. So you'll have your own seat, table, food, booze, all taken care of at L'Auberge for June 1. Poirier, Makhachev. And even if you don't win, still plan to come to the sportsbook at L'Auberge and hang out with us. I'm fired up for it. So, Adam Penny, is Suggs starting or a potential starter? I mean, I don't think there's anything that's written other than Jacoby and Guillory being a starter. I don't think there's anything written in stone. Scott Barnes, what's good, my dude? Aaron firing up a cigar to the comeback of Nightcap. Love it, man. Let's see. Uncle Scone with the not so subtle flex. Man, Cliff, you got a hell of a collection too. They had lunch with Cliff Nelson yesterday, man. Went over to Delpit's. Great freaking meal. Best fried chicken you'll have in town. If you're down for it, man, go get you some Delpit's. Joseph Lee interview with Pies was great. Dude wants to prove it. Yeah, he does, man. Jason Bourgeois, if you could have the rest of your life with either any Pappy of your choice or for 500 or a bottle of or 500 a bottle or BT for 20 a bottle, which would you choose? Oh, Buffalo Trace. Well, any of the Pappy, because here's what I would say, Jason. My favorite pour ever is Pappy 15. Period, paragraph. That's my favorite pour I've ever had is Pappy 15. So if I could have Pappy 15 for $500 a bottle, golly. I mean, Buffalo Trace is amazing, It's versatile too. But sometimes you want that Pappy, bro. Pappy. I got expensive taste, bro. Pappy. The dark side, Matt Pessimist Moscona. Okay, that a babe. A pessimist. First time I've been called that. 2 William LaRue, someone ate their bowl of Lucky Charms. Ryan, I'm telling you, dog. I got super lucky. One of the raffles I was in, it was like a deal where they pulled the first name, called you got to pick your bottle. And the other one, I got pulled for the William LaRue. I mean, within like a week of each other. Matt French killed my bottle of Caribou Crossing. Cheers. Craig Duga, what up, my dude? Top 3 whiskey for beginners. Evan Williams, Bottle and Bond. Elijah Craig, small batch is one I mentioned. He said Wild Turkey 101. I don't think you have enough variety there. I think they're all the same. Or, well, let me rephrase. They're similar profiles, which is why I try to get dramatically different profiles, Craig, whenever someone asks me that question, so they could try to find what they like the best. Patrick Berglass, what's going on? Dark Side, Irish whiskey's the best. So Dark Side went from calling me a pessimist to now engaging the whiskey talk. Lee, what's going on? I was literally thinking this morning how great it would be for Nightcap to come back. Great to see you at night again. Yeah, man, for those who aren't familiar, if you're just jumping aboard with us, Eric, what's going on, man? Amanda, how has the cold turkey from 5 Hour Energy been? I am excited to tell you about that too, Amanda. Okay. Real quick. Yeah, but back to Lee for a second. Yes. Cheers. Fired up. It's great to be back here. Like, legitimately, y'all, I want to show y'all this so you know I'm not lying. So on my phone, all right, my phone, this app right here, this little white and black squiggle, that's called Community. When y'all text me, hope y'all can see this. Application approved. When y'all text me, like, I see your names and your texts come up, and I can actually reply. So somebody text me real quick, please. Somebody text me. Somebody just text 225-396-4400, 396-4400, 396-4400. Somebody just text me real quick. I don't care. You're probably watching on your phone, but if you're not, someone just grab your phone and just text 225-396-4400. Say, hey, what up, Scone, yada, 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 whatever. Tremaine Hudson just said, yo. Lance Richard said, what up? Alex Day said, yo, Matt. Travis said T-Pop sucks. Stop, bro. Jason Horn said, shoe gain. Karan Patel said, yo. Ryan DeLon said, what up? So y'all know, like, I'm not lying here. Damon Gilmore said, Matt. Brian Jones said, UC text. Blake Knockhand said, hey. Trivia Carter, what up? Ryan Pitchford, yo. So my point is, like, I actually see these. And all right, Brian, since you're the top one, I'm replying yo to you. So, you know, like, this is actually me. Come on. Like, this is actually me replying to you all. Anyway. So I'm telling you, man, I sent that text out earlier and I got like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of replies immediately. And bro, it just energized me so much. But I'm sitting there replying to everybody, and I started getting like, I'll tell you, the day that, like, that doesn't get, like, get my blood pumping, like I'm energized to go on air to do stuff like this, bro, that's the day I'll step aside. Because I'm gonna tell you, man, the late great Ed Bugs, the guy who I learned from early in my career, said, man, passion drives this industry. If you're not passionate about what you're talking about, how could you expect your audience to care? And I'll never forget that, man. It's so true. And the day I stop caring about this is the day you will never hear me on air again, because I'd be doing a disservice to y'all, man. But y'all, like, all those texts started coming through, bro, and it got me so energized. Like, even the 4 or 5 people that were like, bleep you, Scone. I'm like, God bless you, man. Blessings to you and your family. I wish nothing but great things. If I can ever help you, you just let me know. I'm happy to help you however I can. But anyway, I'm fired up to be here. So, all right, Amanda said, how has the cold turkey 5 Hour Energy been? Amanda, it's been amazing. So, about a month ago, and I know this isn't why y'all are here, although for those that are new and aren't familiar, Nightcap is anything goes. Sports, radio, life, whatever. Y'all ask questions, I'll answer them as long as y'all keep asking questions. So if you don't know, every day for the last 10 years, I've taken a 5 Hour Energy before I go on air. About a month ago, I stumbled upon Gary Brecka's content. Some of you may know who that is. Some of you may not. The bottom line is Gary Brecka is a human biologist, and his whole company is based around finding deficiencies in your body and supplementing to make up for those deficiencies as a replacement for medication. And the backstory for me is, ever since we knew Drew was going to be sick, when Erica was pregnant with him, and there were doctors that wouldn't even give us lifespan probabilities. We had one cardiologist tell us, told us we should abort him, and said, he'll have no quality of life. It's going to be an impossible road for all of you. Like, by the way, I told him, you're never allowed to talk to my family again. Like, go away, and you're never allowed to talk to us again. I just never have accepted that. So I've always been willing to look at alternate therapy. So when we were in the hospital, I went deep down the rabbit hole of stem cells and like neuro stem cells and found like there's a clinic in London that does neuro stem cells, but they don't do it on children. So like Drew's not old enough for that type of therapy, but I'm hopeful. I'm going to give like the thing I used to tell him every night, y'all. We were in the hospital for 9 months with Drew, and some of you may know this, and I realize it's been a long time now, so a lot of you may not even be familiar. My little boy, we moved to Houston. He was in the hospital for 9 months. Man, we were there for 213 days in the NICU and CVICU. And every night before we left, because we couldn't stay in the NICU at night, so we'd have to like leave, and we'd kiss him goodnight, and we'd leave, and we'd pray over him, and I would whisper in his ear every night, "Meet me halfway." Those are the words I told him every night. I said, "Meet me halfway." I said, "As long as you keep fighting, I will give you everything in life you ever need to be the best version of you will ever be. Every doctor, every medicine, every therapy, anything you ever need." So that is my why in life. That is why God has me here. It's why I push the way I do. That's man, I was vibing too. Huh? You want to come say hi to everybody? Why not? It's Nightcap, rock. I was just telling about Drew. Okay, I'll be right. I got to go pick up Drew from the bed, put him into his bed. I'll be right back. Like, time me. I'll be back in 30 seconds. Time me. Sorry, I think it was less than 30. So all that to say, I've always searched for like alternate therapies, and I've been open to that. And blurry. Hang on one second. Boop. Hang on. Boop. I'm gonna go away for a second. I'm coming right back. Coming right back. There we go. That should be better. Okay, good. And so anyway, Gary Brecka pops into my feed. I'm listening to this guy talk about his approach to biology and human biology and everything. It was fascinating. And I was like, you know what? I did a deep dive. I never just jump at anything callously. I did probably 20 hours of research, listening to podcasts and videos and everything. And I was like, you know what? Stephen A. Smith, Dana White, Steve Harvey, like some very prominent people have said this guy changed my life. And those dudes don't gain nothing from listening to Gary Brecka. So I was like, you know what? I'm in for two. I'll use myself as a guinea pig, and hopefully I can find a way to help my inflammation, my back issues. I'm addicted to sugar, always have been, all these different things in my body. So I did the genetic test. I mean, I'm all in. Like this thing right here, bro. This is hydrogen water. It's a hydrogen. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. This is a $250 water bottle I bought that adds hydrogen ions to water. I'm all in. I'm not saying you got to be, but like I take cold showers. I do cold plunges now, grounding like bare feet into the earth. There's a supplement protocol I'm on. I'm like, give it 70 days, 10 weeks. I'm like, oh, I'll give you 70 days and let me see how I do at the end of 70 days. And I'll tell you, Amanda, back to your question. I'm a little more than 3 weeks in right now. So I'm about a month in. And I'll tell you, there are 3 significant changes I've already made in my life. Number 1, I used to take Nexium. I took a daily Nexium for acid reflux. I no longer take daily Nexium. I'm done. Like I do not have reflux anymore. That's number 1. Number 2, I used to take a daily Claritin for allergies. I had to take a Claritin every day. I do not take or Claritin, or you know what I mean, a 24-hour allergy. I do not take that anymore. And to your question, 5-hour energy. For 10 years, I took a 5-hour energy every day before my show. And I stopped, and I'm telling you, it was terrifying for me because the 5-hour energy is like a security blanket. Because when you're doing a 3-hour show, you have to be locked in, you have to be focused, you have to be energetic. There's so much it has to hit, and that became part of my life. Like I was literally addicted to it. Like on the weekends, if I didn't have a 5-hour energy, like 2:50 in the afternoon, my body was like a robot. If you hit the off switch, it was like I just knew. I knew what time it was. If I on the weekends, I knew what time it is. Even watching Saints games. By the time you get to 3 o'clock, fourth quarter, I'm like, I just knew. I knew what time it was. But I replaced 5-Hour Energy with a natural supplement that Gary Brecka sells, candidly, and it's been amazing. I have not missed a beat. If anything, I feel better. So it's been awesome, to answer your question. And to be I'll be very candid with you, 'cause I'll never lie to y'all about anything. You ask me a question, I'll tell you the truth. He even has uh, what do you call it? An affiliate program where you get a link and people buy through your link, you get commissioned on it. So I've thought about I have my affiliate link. I haven't promoted it or anything. But really what I plan to do is buy all of my supplements and everything through my affiliate link. So it's essentially like giving myself a discount, right? I'll get commissioned on that, so I'll get a discount. But I'll probably get to a point where I start promoting my affiliate link as well. And if at the end of 70 days I feel awesome, I'll tell y'all. But those are 3 very material changes I've made that are kind of awesome. So anyway, if you want to know more, hit me up separately. I'm happy to help with whatever. Cole Lecoq. Will Scone and T ever make a comeback? I would love for Scone and T to make a comeback, Cole. The issue with Scone and T is if T-Bob and I are going to make the commitment to be live every week at night, it's got to make sense financially for us, for both of our families. So when we were at Oliver Twist, it was awesome. They went through a little, like, the guys that are in Oliver Twist, also in Rock Paper Taco. I think they had several things going on at once, several balls in the air. Like, they were expanding Oliver Twist. They built a couple of Rock Paper Tacos. It was just a lot, and they had to like step back and scale back. So they pulled. And I don't know. I would love that. I would love for the opportunity to do Scone and Tea again. It would just have to be something that made sense financially for us to be away from our families on a Wednesday night or whatever night of the week it was. So if anybody knows a business that wants to sponsor, we'll do it. Brantley Abear, what do you think of the new NCAA 25 game? Brantley, honestly, dude, I hadn't played video games like straight up since like Super Nintendo, like Mario on Super Nintendo. Bro, I'm not a video game guy. I'm the wrong guy to ask. Dustin, what's good, man? 1792 small batch. Oh, those are your 3. Got it. Got it. How about this? Is Texas A&M overrated for next season? So here's what's interesting. So I was surprised to see the Vegas odds on some of those games for A&M, notably A&M being a 3-point home favorite over LSU. But I think they're 8.5, maybe is what Vegas had them at. They open up. What's interesting about A&M is like every spread is like inside of 3 points. And I feel like they're going to have a season where it could wildly ebb or flow. Like they could lose all those close games. They could win all. Remember that year Michigan State with Mel Tucker went 10-2 and they had all those close games. They won them all. But then there's also seasons where like you play a whole bunch of close games, but you lose them all and you look up and you're 4-8. Like that could happen to A&M. Chances are it balances in the middle or a 7-8 win team somewhere in there. But I don't know, man. I don't know how. I mean, I could say I don't know how you lose 31 players and don't miss a beat or you're successful. But then again, like Brian Kelly did that year 1. I mean, LSU went into that bowl game we talked about with, what was it, 39 scholarship players. They turned over half their roster. Man, they went 9-3, beat Bama, won 6-2 in the league, won the SEC West, won their bowl game, won 10 games. I mean, it could happen. Let's see. Jeff, no one expected LSU pitching and offense to repeat from last year. How much of a drop off do you put on the players, the coaches? Good question. I mean, let's just be very clear. First of all, like you lost the greatest pitching talent in the history of your program and the greatest position player in the history of your program, and Cruz and Skenes. On top of that, you also lost Trey Morgan and Braden Jobert and Gavin Dugas and Jordan Thompson and Cade Beloso. I mean, you had so much veteran leadership, talented players. It was an awesome team. I mean, your top 2 pitchers both won the first round of the draft. You lost a ton. But even in losing a ton, you shouldn't be sitting here going into the final weekend with 10 conference wins. That's unacceptable. You have way more talent than that. And I think it's a couple things. I mean, I think obviously you've had some players you missed on. You thought Mac Bingham and Braswell at short, and uh, that they'd be better than they were. I mean, Braswell's hit the ball pretty well in league play, but defensively, I think he's got the most errors in the SEC. I need to check to see if that's the same after last week, but you've missed on some guys. I think Jay early in the season, instead of making a lineup and sticking with it, was really trying to keep a lot of players happy. I think that's tough to do as a coach. But when you got a talented team, I think that's something you got to deal with in the portal/NIL era. I think we all expected Thatcher Hurd to be a dude. I mean, he was awesome down the stretch last year, won the national championship game for you, started this season as your Friday night guy, and I didn't even pitch last weekend. That's massive. That's a massive hole in your rotation when the guy you thought was going to be your Friday night stud isn't even pitching for you on the weekend. So it's a lot of stuff, man. I think the staff missed on some guys. I think Jay early on in the season tried to keep a lot of guys happy, which didn't build continuity. And I think some of the guys you expected a lot of haven't really delivered. So it's a combination of a lot of things. I don't think it's just one thing. Gunner, morning Scone. DT by committee isn't the end of the world if they can just be serviceable as long as they have good edge defenders, linebackers, which I'm confident we have. I'm not confident in that, Gunner. I think Savion Jones and Swinson are going to be good. I backed up by Shand and Deshaun Womack. I think you're good at end. I'm not convinced you're good at linebacker. I think Greg Penn is a really solid player. I'm not convinced that all Harold Perkins can be an off-ball linebacker. I think Whit Weeks is and can be awesome. But if they're committed to Perkins playing on the inside, then Weeks is a rotational guy. And after that, it's West Weeks and a bunch of young guys. So I don't think you're great at linebacker. And you're certainly not great at corner. I think the strongest part of your defense is probably safety. I think Jordan Gilbert's a starter. I think moving Sage Ryan to safety is his more natural position instead of nickel or boundary corner. I think moving Major Burns to the star position is what he should be doing. He's a liability in coverage. As a downhill tackler, he's pretty good. That suits him better. So, anyway. See? Matt, since Nightcap is back, will we ever find out what really happened with the national championship game against Bama? Will T-Bob spill the beans? Matt, T-Bob's talked about that a million times. Like, people want to believe there's some conspiracy. There's nothing. Nothing happened. He's talked about it on the record. They watched, if you remember that season in 2011, if you go, there's a quote from Nick Saban where he said, like, we couldn't stop like shit through a tin horn. Or they ran through us like shit through a tin horn. He was talking about Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern ran the triple option, ran for like 300 yards on Bama. And Les saw that. And in the November game, the 9-6 game, when Jordan Jefferson went in the game, they had some success with the option with Jordan Jefferson and Michael Ford. And Les was convinced that they were going to be able to run the option against Bama. So, and Tommy Moffitt has said this on the record to me as well. He said this on the record on AFR that Les just ground their asses into the ground. I mean, just pounded on them and pounded on them and pounded on them. Try to toughen them up. And by the time the game came, they had nothing left in the tank. And on top of that, they thought they were going to run the option. Well, you run one fucking option play and you get stuffed. You ain't got nothing else. So there's no conspiracy, man. Just they had a poor plan. They were poorly prepared, and they got their ass beat. I don't know what else to say. Richard Horner, what's up? I want to win the UFC event. Great promotion. Awesome, dude. You'll have a chance to enter. Stay tuned to AFR. We'll tell you how you can enter. Does Tommy T go out to the draft or stay? No, he's gone. 100% gone. He's a junior. It's his draft year. I don't know that like some of the scouts I've talked to, I don't know that he's a round one guy, but at bare minimum, he's a top of round two guy. But he's 100% a top 50 pick. Tommy White is gone. Ben Landry, Nightcap is back. Oh, how I've missed. Huge erection. Do you happen to know the ballpark NIL for Suggs? Of course, you had to ask me that. And it's 10:15, so I'm not going to text to find out right now. I don't know right now, but I will find out tomorrow. I'm going to tell you. Here's what I will tell you. the 3 current starting defensive linemen, meaning your 2 starting ends, Jones, Swinson, and then Jacoby Guillory. 2 of them make $50K, 1 of them makes $60K. That's their NIL deal for this year. So I don't think JVR Suggs, I don't think they broke the bank for JVR Suggs. I mean, I've told you all this before. Dominic Williams asked for $1.2 million. Will Campbell's making $500K. Will Campbell's the highest paid guy on the LSU team from the collective, $500K. I mean, how in the world can you justify when Will Campbell is a bona fide dude who, if he wanted to, could have gone in the portal and gotten whatever he wanted, right? Anywhere would have paid to have him. Someone would have given him his number. But dude loves LSU. So you come to LSU, you play your junior year for the team you love, you try to win more, put $500,000 in your pocket, then you go be a top 10 pick. Okay. That was Will Campbell's approach. How in the world then do you turn around and give Dominic Williams $1.2 million? Kick rocks, bro. Good luck to you. I was told the number he got from Oklahoma was 750 or was in the sevens. So LSU's offer was in the threes. All right. I'm good. I'm good with that. If that was a transcendent player, if that was Caleb Williams in the portal and he wanted 1-2, all right. Freaking defensive tackle from TCU, I'm good. LSU with Dominic Williams doesn't become a national title contender. You know what I mean? If you had a chance to add Caleb Williams, then all of a sudden makes you automatically a contender. Got it. Okay, give him what he wants. Dominic Williams, good player, better than anything you got. Does that make you had 3 defensive linemen drafted on this team? You had 1 guy drafted in the top 50. Your defense was the worst ever. Anyway. Yeah, Hugh. There is no chance what they gave Suggs even remotely approaches what they offered Dominic Williams. I'll get you the number tomorrow. I'll find out. Okay. Let me pop to the bottom here and then work my way up so I don't miss some of y'all. Adam, is there a chair in studio that can hold Will Campbell? Let's see. Hard to be mad at LSU knocking Tennessee out of Omaha. Skenes and company was a lot of fun to watch. On a side note, the Saints schedule reeks of 8 wins and a shit pick again. You know, Joe, what's the I want to see if I can do this, y'all. I hope I can do this. No, that's not what I wanted. God, dog it. I was trying to find it. I know with this program I can upload a file so y'all can screen share, so to speak. I'm still learning it, y'all. Anyway. Oh, I could do a virtual background as well. How about this? What am I? See, now y'all sent me down this rabbit hole looking at these stupid virtual backgrounds and whatnot. Hey, Parish. Parish Construction and Roofing. How about that? Love it. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that anymore. Anyway. What were we talking about? I don't remember. Oh, Saints schedule. Go look at the Saints. Go look at the beginning of the Saints schedule, y'all. Have you looked at the Saints schedule? How about this? You open up with Carolina. Okay, let's say you beat Carolina at home. At Dallas, loss. Home against Philly, loss. At Atlanta, tough. We'll see how good Atlanta is. Monday Night Football at Kansas City. Home against the Bucs. Thursday Night Football against Denver. At LA, then cross country at Carolina. Y'all, like, I mean, just if you beat Carolina, you lose to Dallas, Philly, Atlanta, KC. You're 1-4. You're at home against Tampa. I mean, can you dig out of a 1-4 hole if you start 1-4? Oh, I mean, it reeks of they're going to dig themselves a deep hole early and spend the entire season trying to dig out of it. Probably get somewhere close to 500, 7-8 wins. Let's see, Dustin, LSU football over under 9.5, which is the way too early bet. I think it all comes down to Ole Miss, Dustin. They beat Ole Miss October 12th or whatever the date is. I think they get to 10, maybe 11. But I think if they beat Ole Miss, they go over. Right, Ray Woods, Matt, you have a game coin update. Man, I saw David. David and I saw we bumped into each other randomly on Saturday. I'm fired up, man. So Ray, the beta testing went out. By the way, if anybody would like to see the beta site, I am more than happy to send it to you. Text me on the show text line, 225-396-4400, 396-4400, 396-4400. I'm happy to send you the beta test site so you can play with it and see like kind of what it looks like. And they're getting feedback. But yeah, man, they're doing so much with AR, with augmented reality on the site as well, and in the app. It's gonna be really cool, man. So Game Coin again is the token. Game Changers is actually going to be the platform. They call it Game Changers. And it looks awesome, man. I've had a chance to tinker with it, so if you're interested, let me know. I'm happy to share with you. When we get Will Campbell in studio, happy to do that anytime. Hal, there's no men's softball team. Yes. Is it Swinson or Swanson? Look at the briefcase. Slibby Swanson. Maybe it's on the briefcase. Oh, Samsonite. Knew it started with an S though. I was way off. Knew it started with an S though. Bubba Smith, who's throwing the hats for the party? In Houston, my guy needs an arm. Bubba, we will make sure we get you a hat. I promise. Yes, we will have Parish Construction and Roofing hats galore. And we have like 4 or 5 different designs too. So I'm curious which ones y'all like. But hey, y'all, for real though, 256 watching. I'm so grateful. Please do me a favor. YouTube, smash the like button. Facebook, subscribe up to the channel. Y'all need to just ask like a legitimate, real favor. We, for the last 3.5 years, we built a really cool thing with HUDCO, and we mutually came to an agreement as we were trying to decide next steps and future steps for the company, with some disagreement on path, to just split. HUDCO's awesome. They still exist in North Louisiana. Great people. I will love them forever. I'll be grateful for them forever. But we ultimately decided the best path forward was to say, hey, look, we're just going to split and start a new company. But it's all the same people. It's Terrio. It's me. Like all the people. It's like, I don't know how else to say it. It's the same operation here. It's Terrio. It's Tilly. It's me. It's Joe. I mean, we brought on Trent Davis, who's awesome. Christina answering the phones. All the crews are exactly the same. I'm naming names. I normally leave people. Ty, Zach. I mean, we're the same people here. It's same people here that just started a new company. I think the best way I could say it is, it's like, I was thinking about this. Y'all know like the Greg, the Go Auto guy. He had another insurance company. I think it was U.S. Agencies, and he built that up real big, sold it. After his non-compete ended, he started a new company. Same industry, same deal, but he was starting from zero. But he had the know-how and the knowledge and all that stuff. It's kind of what we're doing, man. Like, except we didn't sell HUDCO. We split. So we're kind of starting from zero. So I'm being very honest with you, man. I would be so grateful if you need a roof inspection, if you think you might, if you know someone who does, just help us spread the word. Parishbuilt.com. The link is pinned in the chat. Parishbuilt.com. Follow us on all the socials. We had an awful storm earlier this week. There was tornadoes, there was wind, there was hail. Free, no obligation roofing inspections. Our crews are ready to roll. We need leads, man. We need inspections to get rolling. So, we were at an awesome level of growth and we started from zero. And I'm fired up for it because we took we in a way sort of took big step back to be able to take, we took the 3 steps back to be able to take 30 steps forward. But man, I'd just be so grateful, man. I don't know any other way to say it. Just being very transparent. You need a roof. Love it if you give us an opportunity to win your business. Parishbuilt.com. Parishbuilt.com. Let's see. Matt French, what happened to Condon? I know he's your mentor and all. He was ragging you the last few weeks over that Gator. I have no idea. I don't know that I would say, like, Condon's a great friend, man. I've known Condon for literally my first day in radio. He's awesome. I don't know why you put mentor in quotes. I mean, Richard and I worked together on Score 1210, and Richard's awesome, man. He has done he's had more success across more platforms than anyone in this market ever. Like, I don't think people realize that. I mean, Richard's done rock radio, he's done country, he's done like news talk, he's done sports talk, he's done everything. I mean, he was on Cajun 103. He's been everywhere, and he wins everywhere he goes. So love Rich, but anything he's doing, Matt, is probably just a bit. I mean, Richard and I are great. We talk all the time. Love the guy. So good question from Mike, who said, where's Whiskey and Wine going to be in Vegas? Good question, Mike. So I can tell you this. Our plan is for our shows, OTB, Hunt Palmer Show, AFR, Eagle 98.1 Game Day, to originate live from the sports book inside of the MGM. So the team hotel, MGM in Delano, and we're planning to be doing our shows from a studio inside the sports book at the MGM. So that's where we're planning to be. My guess is that's where Whiskey and Wine is going to be, but I don't know definitively. The tricky part is going to be if T and I both go to the game. Do we leave the game early to get to Whiskey and Wine? Do we just try to find a spot at the stadium? I don't know. So we're still trying to work out Whiskey and Wine. Jerry, leaving for Louisville less than a couple of weeks. All right, my dude. Hey, man. Keep your boy in mind. BL, I think ladies softball is a better team than the men, Matt, just saying. There's no men's softball team. Oh, that was the men's softball team. I think you're saying better than baseball, but yeah, I mean, they're just dramatically, they're not the same. Jeremy, why didn't LSU target linebackers in the portal? Don't know, man. I mean, I'm guessing they're rolling with Harold Perkins and Greg Penn and Whit Weeks and West Weeks and the freshmen they got. I'm telling you, a freshman, y'all, in spring who was awesome was Kalaj Cobbins. Now, he played more the right end role behind like Braden Swinson, but Kalaj Cobbins, like every time I watched him, dude made plays. The kid out of Destrehan, I don't know what his role will be as a freshman. Cliff, don't get me started on Greg. Oh God. So the backstory on that is Cliff comes to Don Juan, of course, for Whiskey and Wine every week and watch the games and everything. And all season long, Cliff ragged on Greg Penn. Why is Greg Penn on the field on third down? Why is Greg Penn on the field on third down? This means he's not a third down linebacker. And then Greg Penn, was it Missouri? What game was it when Greg Penn came up with the interception? It was like a game-changing play, maybe Arkansas. Like a game-changing interception on third down, and everybody just shit on Cliff. It's so good. Anyway. All right. Let me see. Y'all smash the like button if you would. Subscribe to the channel. There it was. Goose shit through a tin horn. That was it. That was the Saban line. Let's see. Joe. Oh, sorry, I read that one. Here we are. Devin, what's up, Matt? Important we win game one. Huge game. I agree. Look, I mean, here's the thing, Devin. In the current format, there has never been an SEC team go 12-18 and make regionals. There have been 12-win teams to do it, 3 of them since 99, but they were 12-17. You know, they had a game, get scrapped, weather, whatever the case may have been. There's never been a team go 12-18 and make regionals. So LSU's got to sweep. They either have to sweep or they're going to have to do something that's never been done before, which is be 12-18 and make. And listen, you can't sweep if you don't win game one. And I'll tell you what, man, that was something Maneri always said. That's why he would go all in to win game one. It's like you can't sweep if you don't win game one. So he would always go all in to win the first game and set the tone. Pierce Lee, is there a snowball chance in hell that either Connor Griffin, Cam Kiminetti, or William Schmidt make it to campus? No. No. Schmidt would be the most interesting one from Calicut because he loves LSU. But I talked to a scout with a pick in the 20s who told me the number they would offer Schmidt if he was still around in the 20s, and he'd be an idiot if he didn't take it. So I don't see how Schmidt ends up here. If he ends up here, it's just a massive upset. I mean, anyway. Dustin B, what's good? Matt, what's your top 3 games you've seen live across LSU sports? Okay. 04 BCS Natty. Oh, man, Oklahoma. God, that one just tugs on my heartstrings, Matt. 2019 championship, 09 baseball. Also got to be in the dome for the 08 Natty. 07 season, 08, yeah. Okay, so Matt, I've gotten to see damn near everything doing the job that I do, right? And the championships are always going to hold more weight, right? I mean, it's just does. But I mean, for me, I'll tell you the 2000 College World Series was awesome. I'll always remember that. It was me, my dad, my brother, and my best friend Ben. We drove up to Omaha, and my dad worked. He worked for Lamar, the billboard company. They had an Omaha office. So my dad would go to work every day in the Omaha office, and we would go to Rosenblatt. And we'd get at the gate in right field at like 8 a.m. And we were the first people in the stadium. We sat in the front row in right field, went to every damn game the whole week. Saw every game of the entire College World Series. And LSU won it. They beat Stanford, won the national championship. It was awesome. And my buddy Ben, he died in 2009. And so that's one of the great memories I have of him. So for me, for a lot of reasons, they won a championship. It was family, all that sort of stuff. That always will stick out to me. And you said top 3 games you've seen live. Now, I don't know if you mean in person or just that I've seen. You know, the 03 football national championship when they beat Oklahoma. For me, that's always going to top the list. And I know I'm not debating this. 2019 LSU is the greatest college football team ever. But 03 LSU, I was a senior at LSU, and that was at a time where you were 45 years between titles. And it felt like an unattainable goal. It felt unrealistic for LSU to win a national championship. None of us had seen it in our lifetime. Now I've seen them win 3 and play in 4. But that one's just always going to feel different, man. I mean, those are my first 2. And then whatever the third one is, I would have to think long and hard about. And I don't have a good answer for you right off the top. My inclination is to say something with Burrow. I mean, I was at the Clemson game, obviously covering it. I was at the Ohio State National Championship. I was not in Omaha for this baseball championship. I mean, being in Tiger Stadium for 03 Georgia, for 07 Florida. There's some incredible moments, man. Some really incredible moments. So you covered the last game at the old box in 08. Some awesome ones, man. I've been lucky, bro. I'm lucky to do what I do. Bruno said, "Ask you, Erica, you down for some Ask You Rock?" Oh, can't do that. So we got to come in there. Nope, no Ask You Rock. Sorry. Let's see. Short draw whitetail. Danny Braywick. Problem with the Saints. If they go 10 or 11 wins, the OC gets a head coaching job. You're still stuck with DA. Danny, but if they go 10 or 11 wins, they're in the playoffs, they win the division, and they get a home game in the playoffs, and you got a shot at that point. You know what I mean? So I'll take that. Saints week 6 through 11 is guaranteed 6 wins alone for them. See, here's the problem I have with that. So week 6 is at home against Tampa. I don't think that's a guaranteed win. You got a Thursday night game against Denver, which I do think you'll win that game. If Bo Nix is the starting quarterback, it's a short week. Home teams on Thursday Night Football always have an advantage. But then you go to LA to play the Chargers. Now, you have the mini bye, right? But I think the Chargers are going to be really good this year. I don't know that that's a win. And then you have to go November 3rd to Carolina. And you may say, well, Carolina's not any good. But you got to remember, you're going to go from New Orleans to LA to Carolina. You're flying literally coast to coast. People underestimate travel all the time in the NFL. It's a big deal when you go across the country like that. So I don't feel great about that for New Orleans. Then you're home against Atlanta, which I'd hope you'd win that game at home. You're home against Cleveland, and then you get your bye week in week 12. And what is Deshaun Watson? I mean, Cleveland's defense was the best in the NFL last year. I mean, is your offense really going to stack up against Cleveland? I mean, you have to be realistic about what you are. You've got 2 known starters on the offensive line. Your defense was, average last year. You were terrible against the run. You were pretty good against the pass, averaged out to the middle. I don't know that I can say that. Let's see, Jordan got the Who-Dats 8-9 in DA's final season. If they miss the playoffs again, Dennis Allen's fired. Dustin, y'all didn't do nothing. I don't know what that means. Rocky, Saints schedule looks tough to me. Struggling to find 7 wins. This is a good number right here. 2018 Dallas won. Since 2018, Dallas has won every week 2 matchup. That's interesting. I wonder why that trend is that way. Trends are always interesting to me. Stevie, how many wins for Dennis Allen to keep his job? 10. 10 wins, win the division, you keep your job. Gulf South, Saints season is going to resemble LSU baseball this year. So much for the second easiest schedule. Yeah, look, I mean, Gulf South, by the way, bro, they had the easiest schedule in the NFL this year. How'd that work out? Saints will go into the bye 8-3. Bro, please bet me. Dark side. I mean, I get it. You're hiding behind an alias. I would assume you're a Raider guy, whatever. I don't know if you're just a troll, but please bet me something, because I don't put any stock into anything that people behind an alias that are cowards that go spam chats like you're doing right now, that make bold proclamations and just run and hide. I don't put any stock into what you're saying at all. Bet me something, and don't doubt them. I'll bet you. I'll bet you. Bet me anything. But you're a coward. You're here without your real name, and there's no way you'll do it. But bet me anything. 8-3 in the bye. You're high. The Saints are going to lose 3 consecutive games, weeks 2, 3, 4. They're going to lose to Dallas, Philly. They're certainly losing to Kansas City, and they got to play at Atlanta in between them. Jesus, 8-3 at the bye. Pierce is that October stretch. They play 3 games in 11 days. They may not win a game for a month. It's true. I look at it, I think they'll beat Carolina week 1. They may lose to Dallas, Philly, Atlanta, KC. Then they're home against Tampa. So we'll see. I think you can win that one. But Dallas, Philly, at Dallas, Philly, at Atlanta, KC. You're going to lose probably those 4. You're going to be 1-4 coming home against Tampa October 13th. You're not going to win a game for a month. You better beat Carolina week 1. Aaron McKenzie. Let's see. McGiblets, Matt. I got the opportunity to visit Old Dominic Distillery in Memphis. Haven't done it yet. Wondering how you feel about Old Dominic. I don't know that I've had it. Under 70 gets fired. Joseph, Matt, do you actually do roof expectations, or are you just media relations? Are you owner? So I think you mean inspections. So trust me, Joseph. Oh, there you go. There it is. Yeah. Trust me, Joseph. You don't want me on your roof. I'm not an inspector. And I am an equity partner in Parish. Yes, like with the Secretary of State and everything, I'm an equity partner in Parish. Um, so I have ownership in the company. Yes. Um, I'm a minority owner. Um, there's 3 or maybe 4 people that all have larger stake than I do, but I don't care about that. But yes, I do have ownership of the company. No, I do not do roof inspections. You do not want me to do a roof inspection. You do not want me on your roof. My role in the company is make the phones ring. That's my role. Um, and like I say, with everybody I endorse, and this just happens to be one where I'm involved in the company, I wouldn't endorse people I don't believe in. And man, I work with awesome people. I mean, Richard Tilley has been in every form of construction you can imagine for 30 years. We all know Terrio. Joe Morales, who lives in River Ridge, commutes to Baton Rouge every day, handles our New Orleans business as well as our ops manager. That's freaking awesome. He's a freaking superstar. Um, I think Trent Davis knows everybody in the world. It's incredible. Um, Zach and Ty and Blake. I mean, they're awesome. They're just great people. Like I'm I'm in a business with awesome people that I'm thrilled to tell you about every day. Um, and I've had opportunities, y'all. I mean, I get approached a lot because people think I can do this for them. I can promote their company and help them, and they get and so that it happens a lot. But I don't take every opportunity. It's got to make sense. I got to be passionate about it and feel right about it. So, anyway, Jared, will y'all do work in Lafayette? Absolutely, Jared. We'll do work anywhere in the state of Louisiana, man. We got crews all over. So we got boots on the ground in Lafayette, Jared, as well. And our crews will run. So 100%, man. You need a roof inspection in Lafayette? We got you. Residential, commercial, we got you. Absolutely. Kyrie, what's up, man? Good to see you. AJ, like a franchise and a contract ran out, didn't have a non compete clause, and just did a name change. Tony Williams, what's good, man? Jerry, I got you, YouTube clip. Yes, sir. That's my guy, bro. Jerry's my guy. Randall, what will LSU secondary look like this season? Randall, if I had to guess right now, your starters against USC, I think your safeties are easy. Jordan Gilbert, Sage Ryan. I think Major Burns at star. The question of the 2 boundary corners. I think a big part of it depends on if Zy Alexander is healthy, and I don't know if he will be back from the ACL. If he is, I think he's one of your starters. And I think I would probably say J.K. Johnson, P.J. Woodland would be the other. One of those 2. All right, Gerald. Good to see you, man. Hope all's well. See you next week, my bro. Spencer, what up? You mentioned Delano and the sports book at MGM. Do you mean Mandalay Bay, not MGM? Since Delano is the sister hotel of Mandalay. Did I screw up? That's what it is. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. It's the BetMGM sports book in the Mandalay Bay. That's what it is. I'm almost positive, but let me make sense. Let me make sure. Jerry, a clip, Penn saved our asses against A&M. Jeremy, what up? Nightcap back for good. Yes, sir, Jeremy. Glad to be here, man. Ben, bro, a Nightcap. I'm an hour late. Frick, all good, bro. Roll back and catch it. Kyrie, ridiculous. The WNBA didn't televise Sky's season opener. Oh, bro, I mean, let's just be real about what the WNBA is, man. It's been around for 27 years. 1997 was the first year at WNBA. The other night for Connecticut was the first sell they've had literally since the first game in franchise history, and it was because Caitlin Clark was there. I mean, not a lot of people care. Just call it what it is, bro. Not a lot of people care. Hopefully Caitlin Clark is fixing that, but let's see. Randall, never say never. Dylan Cruz showed up. The thing about Dylan Cruz, though, y'all. So Dylan Cruz wanted top 5 money out of high school. And even though he was offered a lot of money, he didn't have to say yes. His family has means. A lot of means. He did not have to say yes. He wasn't a guy that if someone offered $1, $2, $3 million, he had to take it. And he didn't. He bet on himself, came to campus, was awesome, ended up making more money, got to spend 3 years at LSU and a natty. It was awesome. So you're right with the never say never, but Cam Johnson's probably the better comp than Dylan. Dylan's an outlier because of his family situation. Alex. Schmidt has a very high number. Will be interesting to see if he ends up like Cam Johnson a year ago. Yes. But I have had a firsthand conversation with a scout whose team picks in the 20s who's told me the number they would give. And I mean, no. Randall, maybe you can look this up. Interested in what Skenes draft stock looked like before he transferred to LSU? I can ask that question for sure. Y'all forget Paul Skenes wasn't Paul Skenes before he got to LSU. And I know I've told you this before, but it was several things. It was one, he got away from the military training. He got away from it, but meaning like when you're up at 5 a.m. running 10 miles, that's not great for a pitcher. You know what I mean? So he got to focus his body completely on just developing his body for pitching. The pitching lab, all the technology LSU had made him more efficient with his motion. People wonder why he looks effortless throwing 101. It's because he had that pitching lab. They dissected his inefficiencies. And then 3 was he gives a ton of credit to Wes Johnson. Worked on developing his arsenal and his command. And Paul Skenes became Paul Skenes. Dude went throwing 101 at Air Force. Chico, Nightcap is better with Scone. This was a nice surprise after getting back from Top Golf. What does a virtual round of golf hurt? Why does a virtual round of golf hurt more in your 40s than real golf in your teens? Chico, you need to go see Crystal Poche, man. Hester's Florida game was in my top 5. You know what's funny, y'all? Let me show you all this. I guess I can do this. Hang on. Let me just take the camera. I'll see that. That's Hester laying across the goal line against Florida. Erica gave me that when we were dating. I think it was a Christmas present when we were. God, dog. Oh, man. Hang on. Sorry. I think Erica gave me that when we were dating. That was probably Christmas 09 when she gave me that. I've had it since. So it's funny. It's like right. And I love Jake. I mean, he's I say this all the time about Hester when people ask about working with him. If there were anybody who could have come to work in Baton Rouge on a sports talk station and had a sense of entitlement, it'd have been him. I mean, is the guy responsible for number 18. He's one of the most revered players in LSU football history. I mean, he's Jacob Hester. And he could have come here with a sense of entitlement. When he started working with us, but I'll tell you this. That dude came here and worked from 6 to 8 p.m. for like a year and a half. Paid his dues. And then moved up and did hanging with Hester and Hanny in the middays. And then ultimately when Jordy left, moved in the mornings with T. But dude has worked really hard and earned the opportunities he's gotten. It's no surprise. I mean, I'm sure he did the same thing in football, Yeah. Clip. The thing Erica. In there. The thing I miss more than Scone after dark, lemon cookies on Sunday mornings. You have to be a Don Juan to know for whiskey and wine. Stacy Hat, enjoy Nightcaps are in Omaha. Let's keep that going. Would love to have a reason to do it, Stacy. Carl the Cat, let's see, 2000 CWS, 03, 09 CWS, 97 Florida, 97 Florida. See, I was Carl the Cat. I had a ticket to 97 Florida, gave it to my brother. Watched it on TV. Great memory. Saints defense was 8th last year. That's better than average. Cool. Yeah, their run defense was in the 23rd. Let's see. How do you think Joey is going to do this season? I guess you mean Joe Burrow. If he's healthy, I think he's going to do great. I mean, that's always the question with Burrow, right? I mean, the season he was healthy in year 2. I mean, they went to the Super Bowl. If he's healthy, I think they're great. Let's see. By the way, old boy who just said the Saints were 8th. Let's see. Total defense last year. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They were 13th in total defense, by the way, Cat Daddy. So you're wrong. Check your facts. A-hole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They were 10th in pass defense, which I told you I was right. And rush defense, they were, let's see, 22nd in rush defense. So I was right. You were wrong, a-hole. They weren't 8th in total defense. They were 10th in pass defense. They were 22nd in rush defense, and they were 13th in total. See, the difference between you and me is I do this for a living. You're a loser who comes on here under a fake name and comments on my chat. That's the difference between you and me. Really, my guy, Ronnie Duga. I can't stay up. I already is. All right, Ronnie. I love you, man. We'll see you later. If DA is gone after the season, any early favorites for a head coach? No. Let's see. No, see, here's the thing. Here's this loser again. How am I a troll with positive views on the Saints' ability to win games? Hence why I call you pessimist. The difference is like I'm a realist. There's a difference between an optimist, a pessimist, and a realist. When I think they're going to win, I'm going to tell you that I think they're going to win. When I think they're going to lose, I'm going to tell you. What I know about Dennis Allen is that Dennis Allen in his career as a head coach, and by the way, your information is wrong too. As I just pointed out, you're wrong. So you said they were 8th in total defense. You were wrong. They weren't. They were 10th in pass, which I told you they were, and I told you they were in the 20s in rush defense, which they were 22nd. I was right. You were wrong. So the information you're trying to pass off as true is wrong. Dennis Allen in his career as a head coach is 24-46 with a 343 winning percentage. He is objectively a bad head coach. How can you look at 23-46 with one winning season ever and tell me you're confident in him? No, see, like you can call me a pessimist. The difference is I'm a realist. Like I'm looking down the middle at the facts and the information I have. You're skewing all the way to the positive for some reason that's emotionally inside of you. Now, I love the New Orleans Saints. Born and bred on the Saints. I'll cheer for the Saints till the day I die. But my job is to give honest opinions about the teams I cover. That includes the New Orleans Saints. And when I think they're good, I'm going to tell you I think they're good. And when I think they're garbage, I'm going to tell you I think they're garbage. And while I want them to win every game they play, I think this team this year is a sub 500 team and Dennis Allen's getting fired. Because as I stated again, Dennis Allen, lieutenant, not a general. And as a career head coach, he is a 343 winning percentage. That is objective fact. Unlike what you tried to spew out about them being a top 10 defense last year, and you were dead wrong. So run along now, child. Let's see. Cliff, there's a better chance of Ocho Cinco coming on AFR tomorrow than the Saints going 8-3. Yeah. Well, there's actually a good chance of that. I could probably just call him and come on. Let's see. I'm going to give them the Dallas game. I don't know why, but I give them that. Yeah. Trivia card or, well, that's me, Cliff. Let's see. Julio Mendez, what up, dude? Folks in Colorado think Dion is going to the playoffs this year. Wow, that's not going to happen, but they'll win more than 4. I like Dion. Matt, let's see. What can you tell me about shingle resealing? I'm switching carriers for my insurance, and the company is requiring this for any homes with a roof over 7 years. Mine will be July 1. You're probably talking about a fortified roof. And Matt, we can do that for you. So if you need that, let me know. A fortified roof is just a process. Listen, you can still, a fortified roof is intended to prevent water intrusion. You can still have wind and hail damage that could lift shingles and cause damage to your roof. But the real problem for the insurance company is when you have water intrusion, because now you're not just talking about replacing roof, but you're also talking about damage to contents of the homes. Like, what if you have your roof ripped off, then you have water intrusion, it runs down the walls, it ruins your TV, your furniture. Well, now they're replacing the walls and the furniture and the TVs and all that sort of stuff. So for the insurance company, they want a fortified roof that is going to prevent or limit water intrusion in the event of roof damage. Like, if a tornado comes, if you have 80-degree winds or 80-mile-an-hour winds, like, there's some things that you can't prevent blowing shingles off your roof or having roof damage. If hail falls on your roof or branches or whatever. But in the event that that happens, how do you prevent water from getting in the house? That's the benefit of a fortified roof, and that's what that does. And so, by the way, our group applied for and was granted, became the first ever Louisiana-based roofing company to be a fortified roofing company. Now, when we were with our previous company, we were the ones that applied for it and did it. And so we're doing it with Parish as well, of course. So if you need inspection, give us a shout. Parishbuilt.com. We ain't losing to Dallas. In Dallas? No. Mike, both O's are legit. Both these are suspect. I'm taking the over at the Mandalay Bay Sportsbook. Not a bad idea. Jeff McKiff, the Nightcap is back. Headed to Louisville on Sunday. All right, Jeff, let me know you come across any good bottles, bro. Hess, good to see you there, man. Craig, this is Nightcap. I need F-bombs for no reason. Fuck yeah. Cole Lekach. Jacob Potter. I don't know if you commented, but I love the mini rant this morning in the car. Yeah, I went off on traffic and all kind of stuff on the morning soon. Donald, can Milan play shortstop or is now the arm? He could absolutely play shortstop. And one of the things they could have done this year is they could have moved Milan to shortstop and Pearson to second. I think Milam could be your shortstop next year. I do believe that there's a couple of JUCO guys they're going after. One is likely going to be your first baseman next year that just stands on first base and smashes homers. But expect a couple of JUCO transfers that they've got in the pipeline. Ryan, apologies if you touched on this. No worries. What's the path to regionals if LSU wins 2 out of 3? You got to win the SEC tournament. I hate to say it that way, but like, that's the path. You've never had a team at 12 and 18 get into regionals. And who was it? Was it South Carolina a couple of years? Who was it? A couple of years ago, there was a team that went 12 and 18 and won 3 games in Hoover and still didn't get in. So I think you have to win the SEC tournament if you don't sweep this weekend. How come you and Hester never do radio shows together? He's on in the morning. I'm on in the afternoon. The whiskey and wine thing started before T-Bob and Hester were connected on their morning show. Jordy and I did whiskey and wine, and then when Jordy wasn't with us anymore, I was in a little bit of a bind, man, for whiskey and wine. And T-Bob came through in a pinch, like literally the day of the game. That morning, I called him and was like, "Bro, you interested in doing this?" And he was like, "Hell yeah!" It came and it's worked. And because that worked, we've tried to replicate it with Scone and tea and other stuff. Jerry, too bad Cliff wasn't willing to share the lemon. Take Keith, whatever, to Chad Johnson. Y'all, I DM'd Chad Johnson last week. He never replied. I'll hit him up again, but he was very responsive early, and I feel like he's ghosting me now. May have to get RC involved, man. I know RC can get in touch with him, so I may have to. Is it concerning? It's concerning. Burrow can't stay healthy, but we know he would get hurt playing behind that terrible Cincinnati O-line. Did it not work out? I don't know. Chad Johnson. Yeah. No, I mean, he's told me he'll do it, but I messaged him last week and he didn't get back to me, so I'll have to do it again. I'll stay on it. Stephen Fry, riddle me this. Saints season in the shitter, a little past halfway point. Does the used car get put in the garage for the rest of the season for the snake? I would love to see that, Stephen. You know how I feel about it. Like, my feeling is, and I've said this since they signed Derek Carr, with Derek Carr, you have a higher floor and a lower ceiling. So you're with Derek Carr, you're not going to be 3-14, but you're also not going to be 14-3. So, like, could you find a way to 10-7, win a bad division, and lose in the first round of the playoffs? Sure. Is that what you want? Not me. Dallas took a 3-2 lead over OKC. Dallas, Denver would be interesting. You know what's most interesting, Kyrie? We talk about this tomorrow morning, Scone. Is whoever the guy is that after Denver went down 0-2 in that series said, well, this is over. And I said, no, it ain't. Denver's winning that series. And that person has gone away now. I want to find that guy. Smash the like button if you haven't yet. Subscribe up to the channel. Facebook, like the Matt Moscona page, share the post. By the way, I did talk today to Mr. Toby Tomplay, the Parish Construction and Roofing jingle. In the works. Dustin, what's good? Sean Dre, what's good? Karkin leads the Super Bowl. He's a top 7 quarterback. I completely disagree with that. There is no point in his career where he has ever been a top 7 quarterback in the NFL. You cannot objectively tell me. Hang on. He is maybe 14, 15 in the NFL. Like, this is from NFL.com ranking the top quarterbacks in the NFL. Like Lamar, Dak, Josh Allen, Stafford, Tua, Goff, Purdy, Stroud, Mahomes, Cousins, Love, Flacco, Baker, Trevor, Burrow. This is from last year, last season. Herbert, Geno Smith, Fields 19, Russ 20, Derek Carr 21. They had Derek Carr ranked 21 last year. Like, fuck out of here if you're trying to tell me Derek Carr's a top 7 quarterback in the NFL. In what fucking reality is anybody ranking Derek Carr a top 7? Like, in what metric, what world, what reality ever? Here's the ringer. Mahomes 1, Lamar 2, Herbert 3, Allen 4, Dak 5, Burrow 6, Rodgers 7, Stafford 8, T-Law 9, Kyler 10, Geno Smith 11, Cousins 12, Hurts 13, Stroud 14, Love 15, Tua 16, Goff 17, Drake May 18, Justin Fields 19, Caleb Williams 20, Daniel Jones 21, Brock Purdy 22, Derek Carr 23. Like, what fucking world does anybody think that Derek Carr is a top 7 quarterback in the NFL? Sean, like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, I don't mean to come down hard on you, but that is one of the most asinine things anybody's ever commented here. Seaborg, any advice for being a student at LSU? I know it was a long time ago, but curious what you have to say. I loved LSU, man. LSU was the best decision for me. I went away for a year because I wanted to leave. I thought LSU was average. It's just what everybody did. I wanted to go do something bigger, better, get away. And I'm glad I went away. It was a great experience to be able to go experience something different. But LSU journalism school was awesome for me. I loved being a student at LSU. Like, as much as I love the teams, I take so much pride in being an alum. Man, my advice to you would be, like, you know what I miss a lot, dude? I'm not telling you, like, join the Glee Club or anything, but you know what I miss, man? I miss just, like, walking through the quad, like, hanging out on the playground, studying in the union, just that kind of stuff. Just, like, being physically present on campus. I miss that a lot. That's what I miss. Gas station. I'll go get it when I'm done. I'm almost done. Why you need ice? Well, I'll get it for you in the morning. Yeah, why not? Or just get it after work tomorrow on your way home. We're hosting my nephew Eli, our nephew Eli's 8th grade graduation party at our house tomorrow night. Look at Fred. Love when you put people in their place. Love all your content. Thanks for all you do. Thank you, Fred. Appreciate you for being there, man. Oh God, that guy again. I'm done with him. Go Bears. Pull up to our graduation Saturday. I love it, bro. Congrats, man. Calici. I got my Calici diploma up here. Yeah, look, it's up there. I don't know if you can see it. Hang on. Man of the year, Calici diploma. Got them up there. They were in a box somewhere. I was like, man, give me those. I got tons of shelf space now. Let's put them up there. So, after hearing DA's record of take back us winning the Dallas game. Samuel, what happened with your ties with Hudson? Man, it's all good, man. It's so Hudco's great, and we just all had a different vision of how to continue moving forward. I don't think anybody really truly cares to hear about like the structure of the company or any of that stuff. But ultimately, it came down to where like we were looking at, okay, what does the next 3, 5, 7, 10 years look like? And our visions were different here than theirs in Bossier. And that's okay. And so we just decided, okay, like the cleanest thing to do is we're just going to break and start our own company and move forward with the vision that we want. So, it's nothing personal. It was just like a what is a long-term vision of where we're going, and it's just different. So that's why we split. So nothing happened. It wasn't anything like that at all. It was just we all collectively made the decision that it was better if we just separated and built our own company. So that's what we're doing, and it's Parish Construction and Roofing. So I need y'all to get hats. I need y'all to go to the website, parishbuilt.com. Y'all got to get roof inspections. Anybody you know that had roof damage, y'all got to hit us up, parishbuilt.com, parishbuilt.com. Give us a buzz, 364-1007. Same phone number. Same freaking phone number. Same office right there on Perkins Road. But I got news for y'all. A little bit of inside, little tidbit. We're moving. We have closed on a building last week, our new headquarters. And I will tell you this. This is the tidbit I'll give you. When we are done, it will be impossible to drive along Interstate 10 near Highland Road and miss us. It will be impossible. If you drive along Interstate 10 near Highland Road, you will 100 bajillion% see Parish Construction and Roofing. I'll put it to you that way. And I'm really excited about it. Let's see. Do you have a favorite scotch? Don't like scotch, Trey. I don't like peaty, smoky scotch, man. Not my thing. Fred, what's the water thing you have? So this is a I feel overloaded. This is a hydrogen water bottle. So it adds hydrogen ions to the water. Better hydration. It's basically the healthiest form of water you can have is hydrogen water. So I take my Evermore, which is awesome. I pour Evermore into here and I turn it on. It adds hydrogen ions to the Evermore. AJ, thoughts on Brian Thomas winning Rookie of the Year? Yeah, man. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility in any way. I mean, I think he's the new Calvin Ridley in that offense. He's got Trevor Lawrence throwing the football. I think he could absolutely do it. Tyler, no one should be happy about fighting to get into the postseason, but baseball has feels like they've got to let go of the rope too many times this year. Bet top 7 of shittiest QBs. That's about right. Googe, what's up, man? Googe here in support. Good to have you back. Good to see you, Googe. Googe is my whiskey brethren. Known Googe a long time in the whiskey game. Good dude, man. I think Googe and I first met when he either sold or traded me a bottle of Yippee-Ki-Yay. I went to his house and traded. I can't remember if I traded it or bought it, Goose. I don't remember. It's been a long time, though. The GOAT, Bryce Underwood's a better quarterback than Derek Carr. Higher ceiling. What's up, Matt? Just got rejected from MBA school, LFG. Sorry to hear that, Jude. Hey, Jude, look, man, I ain't trying to like pump you up or tell you anything like the bullshit. Like, I know that sucks. No doubt about it. But I got news for you, man. You can own a successful business without having gone to MBA school. So lick your wounds tonight, have yourself a pour, and get off your ass and go make it happen. You live in the greatest country in the world where it doesn't matter if you're a poor black girl from rural Mississippi, you can become a billionaire like Oprah Winfrey. I mean, that's the American dream. Are you freaking kidding me? Like, so again, bro, go have you a stiff pour today, Jude. Sleep it off. Wake your ass up tomorrow and go make it happen, bro. Don't wait on somebody else to make it happen for you. David, Saints will be 2-6 after 8, probably. Oh, this guy. Oh my God. Stefan, the only top 7 list Carr is making is most days in a t-shirt with sleeves. Unfortunately, Dennis Allen, Loomis thought Carr was the guy. I don't know. Gino ranked ahead of Hurts. That was probably last year's list, like in the season. I was just pointing out the fact that Derek Carr was nowhere near the top. Pick up some lemons while shut up, Glenn. you better go talk to Erica is what you better do. Don't talk to me about your lemon cookies. Go talk to Erica. I think Carr is top 12 in the league. I have no evidence to support it. I like Carr. Stacy, Matt, do you think LSU baseball team makes the tournament? I do not, Stacy. I think they win 2 games this weekend. I think they win 12, so they're 12 and 18. They might, depending on the draw, win on that Tuesday single elimination in Hoover. But the really tough part about that is it's Tuesday. It's a quick turnaround, meaning you're probably not going to Jump or Holman. I don't think you're going to throw Jump Thursday to Tuesday on 5 days rest. I guess in theory you could, but I don't think they would. So no, I don't. I think they go 2-1 this weekend. Early exit in Hoover, and they don't make the tournament. No, I hate to say that, but no. Jerry, oh Lord, the decorations bought from Walgreens must be going up. Yes, they are. Big banner. Personalized banner for Eli for his party tomorrow. You better believe it. Rick, let's see. I became a disciplined software developer at LSU. Love the beauty of the campus. Smell the crepe myrtles in the mornings. Kissed by the mist of the Mississippi. Gulf's out. Derek Carr wouldn't be top 7 quarterback if starting quarterbacks were listed in alphabetical order. He'd get skipped in line. Dustin asks E-Rock what's up with the ice. Gunner, did you have a chance to watch UFC fight in St. Louis last week? I didn't watch it, man. Sorry. How much pressure is Carr on his back from Rattler? I don't know that a 5th round pick's provide much pressure. This guy again. Oh my God. Go away. Send us some hats, bitch. You got it, Rocky Happy. That guy again. Get the fuck out of here, guy. Why are you still here? Wait. Take Keith said he skipped my question. Hang on, I'll go back. Hang on. Where is it? I don't see it. Oh, here you go. Sorry, here it is. If you could build an all-time LSU defense with a specific year's position group, example, 07 defensive line, what we're like, oh God. I take the 2011 secondary. I'll start there. Get Tyron, Eric Reed, Brandon Taylor, Mo Claiborne, Daryl Simon. Give me the 2011 secondary. I think it's the best secondary LSU's ever had. With respect to 2019, which obviously had Stingley and Christian Fulton, but I just think the entirety of that secondary was Tyron was such a transcendent player. That's an easy one for me. Linebackers. I think I would take I'd probably go back to 02, where I'd have Brady James and Trev Falk. I think that's the best linebacker tandem LSU's ever had. I think Devin White's probably the best linebacker LSU's ever had. I mean, I think we could go back. He won the Butkus. I mean, we could go back into the 80s and probably find some great linebacker duos. But if I was taking a linebacker group, I'd probably go to 02 with Falk and Brady James. And again, with total respect to people that played in like the 70s and the 60s and the 50s, I mean, I know names. I could look at stats. It's hard to comp, right? Like if you were a 6 foot, 208-pound linebacker in 1971, like I don't know that it actually translates. But anyway, defensive line. I mean, 07 with Dorsey is so tempting because he was so good. But man, I look at 11, Mingo, Montgomery, Denny Logan, Michael Brockers. My God. Even your depth was like senior LeVar Edwards, senior Chancey Aguirre. You had a freshman and Freak Johnson. I mean, they were, God, that 2011 D. Just give me the whole 2011 defense. Freaking Kevin Minter was an All-American. Just give me the 2011 defense. Tyke, just give me the 2011 defense. I'll take the 2011 defense and put it against any unit you put together. The GOAT, does Bryce Underwood start as a true freshman? Depends. Does Nuss come back? Jerry, peace out, Uncle Scone. Would love to rock a hat in Louisville. Jerry, let's make that happen, man. Before you leave, let me know. If we can't meet up in person before you leave, I'll mail you one. And I expect pictures. I'll send you pictures of the designs we have, and you can pick which one you want. Like we've got this logo, the shield. We have like a sort of like a horizontal logo. We've got like white on white, green on white, gray on white. We've got a lot of different designs. Shane, oh God, it's 11:18. Curious to hear your prediction on who the leading wide receivers for LSU. Oh my God, dude. 2 was incredible in spring. I mean, Kyron Lacey, Jesus. Yo, he took over. I mean, we watched a full 11 on 11 scrimmage, first offense, first defense. And man, like first play, Nuss got sacked. Second play, they ran a screen to Kyron to make the yardage back. It's like 3rd and 10. Nuss throws the ball low and away. Kyron goes down to his backside, reaches over, grabs it. The next play, they throw a jump ball, double coverage. He high points it. The 2 defenders fall down. He runs down the 10-yard line. Like, he took over. I mean, Kyron's ready, bro. He was overshadowed by 2 first-round picks. That's all it was to it, man. And they really like Daniels as well, CJ Daniels. Let's see. Where are we? That new building of y'all is going to need a ton of cables. Rand, I know a guy. We're actually going through the renovation right now, Kyrie. Like they've already broken ground and cutting sheetrock and doing the reno. But man, holler at me. I mean, we've got I'll tell you candidly, Terrio and Tilly, my partners, bought 50% of an electrical company as well. It's probably going to wire the whole thing, but I'll pass along contact, man. Oh, here's that guy again. You bet me and call me a coward for saying the Saints will have an 8-3 record going to the bye. Okay, yeah, I did, and you've said nothing except that I'm a pessimist, and you won't say anything other than that because you are a coward hiding behind a fake name, just trolling my chat on my live stream, being a gigantic freaking loser. Aaron, how late were you for the meeting? Aaron, I'll tell you what happened, bro. I got to Government Street, and I got stuck behind a car that was going like 30 miles an hour. I pulled into a turn lane to speed ahead of about 4 cars and ran a red light. Got at the light at 110 at Government Street, ran a red light. Got stopped behind a car at the red light right at the corner of the Guarantee Building. Turned the wrong way on a one-way. Saw there's no car coming, but turned the wrong way on a one-way to turn into our parking lot. And I literally walked into the meeting at 8:59. Like 8:59 and change. I probably broke at least 5 traffic laws in a matter of 30 seconds, but I made it into the meeting at 8:59 and change. Go watch Morning Scone from today if you missed it. Joseph, mail me hat to Memphis. We'll happily do it. Send me your address. Donald, thanks again. Yes, sir. Jude, Matt, no one was stopping the Well done, Jude. Well done. Oh, man. Let's see. Where can I get a hat? Like and then want to promote? We will absolutely be having a hat party soon. So I'll tell you, we probably have like right now, the first little batch of hats we got is probably less than 50, but we've got like hundreds coming. And once we have those hats in, we will be doing a hat party. We'll tell everybody we can come out, hang out with us. We'll get some food, some beers, and we'll sling hats. All right, last one. Jacob Potter. Is anyone wearing number 5 for football? Nope. I don't know if it's going to be retired, but they have not issued it this year, and they should never issue it again. They should, just like they haven't issued 9. They probably won't issue 5. All right, y'all. Much love. Thanks for being here, man. Successful Nightcap. Do me a favor if you're new, or smash that like button, subscribe up to the channel, Facebook, like the Matt Moscona page, share the post. We appreciate y'all for being there. And again, the thing that I would ask the most, if you can, help us spread the word. Parish Construction and Roofing, parishbuilt.com, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Go like our socials, engage with the content. Really appreciate it. Most importantly, man, we need inspections. We need roof inspections. So if you're a homeowner, you know someone that's a homeowner that had that bad weather this past, 2 nights ago, give us a shout. We'd love to come by and give you that free, no obligation inspection. 364-1007. Call us 364-1007 or parishbuilt.com. Okay, y'all. We'll see you for Morning Scone in a few hours. Peace. Thanks for being here.